Hey guys, it's Squids, and in this video I'm going to be looking at Shiny Mechamaru from the first ever tournament in Anime Vanguards. So Tournament 1 just finished. So tournaments are a weekly thing in Anime Vanguards where every week you'll have a chance to get 2 units of that week, and that will repeat until the next update. So for the first ever week of Anime Vanguards, we had Mahito as the traits unit and Mechamaru as the traitless unit. So if we go ahead and take a look at Toto, who is the character for tournament, it says for traits I was number 4, which is not important. That was for Mahito, which is not what this video is going to be on. The important part is if we go to traits disabled, I got number 1 in my bracket, which means if I go here, I can claim the reward. Oh, was that for... Did I get the unit? Anyways, give me the trait rules. Let's see if I got the unit. Oh, right here. It's already in my inventory. Okay. No sound? Oh, there we go. Delayed. So we got Shiny Mechamaru. So I am wondering, do we get a normal Mechamaru as well? Mechamar? Nope. Just Shiny. Cool. So this unit is exclusive, which means in the future it will be tradable. So let's go ahead and look at what this unit does. There is no evolution for this unit. So if you go here and try and evolve him, no evolution. So off rip, he's already the best you can get him, I guess. That's pretty cool. But that also means getting stats on him will be harder because you'll have to get them on other characters first. So let's go ahead and transfer some stats onto him. I don't have any rolls, but I do have some extra units for this. So we have Z on this Gojo. But the bad part is because we can't evolve this unit, it's just going to keep the Z. Normally I'd transfer the Z to this and then evolve Mechamaru and he'd get Z+, but it's just going to stay Z until I get better stats. And then let's go ahead and do that for range as well. There we go. And then let's also, I have A for damage. We might just have to take that for now until I get better stats. Okay, so now Mechamaru's at AZZ. And let's go ahead and trait reroll on him. So I don't know how many placements he is as of right now, but the chances of me getting something like Monarch is not there. But we'll see what we get. Oh, okay, Deadeye. So that was fast. Not the best trait, but we'll take it for now. So with these 2 units that came out, they have cosmetics. So let's check what the cosmetic is for. What? I can't tell if this is the worst cosmetic in the game or one of the best cosmetics in the game. The Mechamaru to my left doesn't have any animation whatsoever. He's just standing there. The one behind me looks like a Toji pose. And then the one to the right, I don't even know. So I think the most major problem is my hair is sticking out of the cosmetic. Alright, now that we got good stats on him and a pretty good trait, I'm going to go in an infinite and show you guys what he does. Let's go ahead and pick our team. So we're going to bring Mechamaru. I'm going to bring Sunjin Woo for any leaks. We'll bring Haruka Rin for that damage buff. Bring Alucard. And then I'll just double farm. Alright, this should be a pretty good team to see what he does. I went in an infinite and I forgot he was level 1 and I was wondering why he was doing so little damage. So let's actually do that first. So go here, feed. And I think this should work now if you press add all. Yeah, it'll return what is needed back. Okay, so now he's level 60 and it looks like he was doing 300 damage before. So 1.45 is way better. Okay, let's go ahead and see what he does. So on placement, it costs 1,900 yen, and he starts with line AoE. So this is actually the first time I'm looking at him too, so let's go ahead and read his passive. His first passive he gets on placement is Heating Up. Attacks inflict burn equal to 10% of damage. SBA -1 with each attack performed down to 10%. So this burn part means he's going to have good synergy with Rengoku. In Anime Adventures, most of the tournament units were not that good, and leaderboard units. They were mostly here for the cosmetic. As we're looking at this cosmetic, I'm hoping this character is going to be good. I mean, 1.45k on placement every now 6.5 seconds because he's getting the SPA reduction isn't that bad compared to what the units we have right now. Let me place Sung Jinwoo there so nothing leaks. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade him to upgrade 1, where he doesn't change, he just increases in damage. And then upgrade 2, Albatross Cannon. Okay, so he keeps line AoE, but it seems to be a fatter line this time. More on par with like Agris, I would say, instead of like a Rengoku line. So let's go ahead and upgrade him to upgrade 3, upgrade 4, upgrade 5, upgrade 6, upgrade 7. Okay, so on upgrade 8, he changes into a new move called Pigeon Viola. So let's go ahead and check out what that does. Okay, so he changes from line AoE to circle AoE. This circle is actually pretty big in comparison to some other units out there. Like Sung Jinwoo, for example, this is what his circle looks like on placement. Obviously, Sung Jinwoo's circle gets bigger as he's maxed out, but I would compare it around the same size. So now that he's upgrade 8, he got a second passive, his last passive, called Stored Energy. So I actually had to read it a bit to understand what this passive does, and to show you guys what it does, I'm actually going to place down another Mechamaru. So now is actually a good time to see how many I can place down. So it looks like you can place 4 Mechamarus down, so the best trait on Mechamaru will be Ethereal. Monarch will be acceptable for things like tournament, but if you're going for leaderboard, etc., you're just going to be doing more damage if you get Ethereal on this guy and not Monarch. Okay, so now that I have another Mechamaru placed down, I'm going to show you guys what his second passive does. So if you read it here, it says loses burn, gains the blast type. Damage increases to 200%, and then you lose 35% damage with each attack performed down to 140%. So basically what this means is he loses his burn effect. So what I said earlier about his synergy with Rengoku, sorry, I lied. He doesn't have that good of synergy with Rengoku when he is maxed out. So he turns into the blast element instead of the fire element. And when that happens, he gets a 200% damage increase. So the part where he loses 35% damage, that's after you upgrade him to 8 and he gets that damage increase. But he's only gonna lose 140% of that. So you can basically just think of it as a 60% damage buff with some stuff in the middle where you're doing more damage for a limited amount of time. So when this would be useful is if you're in a tournament or a leaderboard and you need to kill a boss, you can upgrade Mechamaru to upgrade 8 while he's hitting that boss, and for a limited amount of time, he will be doing more damage to that boss. Let's see the damage comparison. This is the Mechamaru that already has the passive completely finished, so he's doing an extra 60% damage buff. So he's at 14.29 thousand every 6.5. But if we look at this Mechamaru and we upgrade him to upgrade 8, he does 23.66k off the bat. So that's a major difference, but he still keeps that extra 60% damage after he cools down. Mechamaru after this only has one more upgrade. So on max, Mechamaru is going to be doing 16.57 thousand every 6.1. So it seems like with Anime Vanguards, they took a different approach to leaderboard units and tournament units that other tower defense games have taken. It looks like this unit isn't as bad as the other tournament units in the way that he's kind of mid in comparison to the JJK update. But because of that unique passive, it looks like he's going to be good for specific tournaments. Like let's say a tournament needs a blast type, he's going to be very, very good for that tournament and basically required. The good part about this unit though is he's going to stay on tournament rewards until the next update. So we're going to have at least maybe 3 chances to get him, 3 or 4 chances not including the rewards that already came out, because we have to wait for update 2, and update 1.5 isn't even out yet. If you didn't see the announcement, Mechamaru was on trait lists to start, but those units, him and Mahito, will swap back and forth every week. So if you don't have good enough traits to get number 1 in your trait bracket, you don't have to worry that much, because Mechamaru and Mahito will be swapping every week. So if you didn't have a chance to get him the week before, you have another chance to get him the next week until update 2 drops. The final thing we need to check though is how much damage he's going to be doing with Haruka placed. So let's wait 6 rounds and I'll show you how much damage he's doing at the end. Okay, so the Haruka buff has applied. So maxed out with the Haruka buff, he's doing 18.44 thousand damage, and he has 45 range. So this actually gives a nice even number for DPS. He's doing 3k DPS. Because you can place 4 Mechamarus down and he does 3k DPS, that makes the math pretty simple, where you're doing 12,000 DPS when you have a Haruka buff applied to every single one of your Mechamarus. So again, the unit itself is mostly for future trading and value. So I suggest getting the unit. It can be useful for future tournaments, especially with that blast type and the unique ability of having burn beforehand. And for the collecting and trading community, having the first tournament rewards, or at least update 1 rewards, is going to be very useful to you in the future, and it's probably going to be worth a lot of value. Now the cosmetic for this unit is kind of questionable, but if they just fix the head overlapping and the hair overlapping, it would be kind of dripping. So I do suggest that you guys grind for this unit until update 2 comes out. Again, he'll be swapping with Mahito on the traits and trait list tourney, so you should be able to get him at least once if you're trying. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy videos where I look at the new reward units, I'm going to be attempting to get every single reward unit after this tournament. So I didn't get my hands on a Broly. All 3 of my leaderboard teammates did. However, I got knocked off last minute. If they would have released the update when they originally planned, I would have had 2 Brolys. And if they would have released the update on the date they delayed to, I would have had 1 Broly. But because of the double delay, I lost my second placement literally minutes before the actual update. So while I would have had 2 if they didn't delay, I ended up with 0, while all of my teammates managed to get, I believe, 1, or one of my teammates got 2. So that's unfortunate, but after this, I should be able to get every single reward unit. I wasn't prepared for the double delay. Alright, thanks for watching. Peace.